Hey, what's up? It's Coach with Lift Fitness. Shin splints, how to address them. I am not the foremost expert for this, but I will say that I got my first shin splints from running. That's my very first 10K. It's been bugging me ever since. Periodically it just flares up, so I understand where you're coming from, and I'm gonna tell you what I've been able to do that really addresses it in the short term to make it start feeling just a ton better. And you're gonna need a lacrosse ball, something like this. You don't want to use a golf ball. It's too small, can cause all sorts of problems. Now for your shins, what we're going to be attacking, I'm going to roll it out on my right leg, but I'll show you here. I like it. I need to hit it right here on the side, up at the top, goes all the way down, and I actually typically do this without my shoes on because I actually have to get good and deep down in here on the front portion of the ankle, or the front. For me, it's like at 11 o'clock-ish or so down here on just in front of the shin. So I go good and deep right down here and all the way up. So you're going to take this ball and it's going to roll up here. You can do it one of two ways. This is one way. If you got really terrible shin splints, this may be enough where you're just going to pull the ball into your shin. Now it's going to hurt. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to cry like a little girl. Whether you're a big girl, big man, little girl, you're going to cry like a little girl. This is going to hurt. But you need to find that spot. Now you want to make sure you're not crying because you're rolling over the bone. You want to make sure that you're staying on top of the muscle. There's the spot for me right there. And you're just going to pull it deep into your shin. Now, I don't like to do it so much here because right now my foot is in a more neutral position. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to point my toe so that it is in line, or is best in line with my shin as opposed to normal. Alright, so I'm going to point it right there, point that toe down. Now I'm already starting to stretch out that shin, pull it into this leg, and this is usually the leg that causes the problems, which is why I want to do it on this, because I'm going to buddy up on it or double up on it and get my own little rolling out before I get my workout started. I'm going to find that spot, and I got a couple in here. I got one right about here, and then I got one right down low as well that I'm going to need to hit. But what I actually like to do is I like to take this and I will position that same spot. Now that I know what I'm rolling out, I'm going to position it like so. And I'm just going to, my opposite leg is on the ground, I'm supporting myself in 3 points, and then I'm just trying to press this, my right leg, into the ball on that spot. I might use my hand to help direct it a little bit, find that spot, and then I'm just going to sit on it. You're going to sit there for a good like 15 to 30 seconds. What I typically do when it starts flaring up, like if I go for a jog and I find out the next day, like, man, it's really hurting, I will do this like literally for like 20 minutes, finding a spot, because I know the more that I do, the better it's going to feel afterwards, and it will start feeling better, you know, the last half of the rolling out session as well. I'm going to find that spot, I'm going to roll it out. So instead of just hitting that spot, I'm going to bring the knee in a little bit more, hit a little bit more on the outside, see if I can find any other spots when it flares up. And then, what do I do afterwards? This is not as necessary, but I will take it, and because it's right here, front view, I'm hitting the outside portion of my shin, point my toe down to stretch it out, and then I take the bottom, or the like palm of your foot, the flat part of your foot, and I point it away from what tends to hurt. Alright, so this is what most people are going to need to be doing as well. Point that, pull that toe down. You do want to be gentle. Support my foot there. But you do want to be gentle. You got to be careful. This is why it's really good for you to do it. If it hurts too much, by all means stop. You don't want to confuse any kind of like joint problems or any kind of like rolling over muscle or bone problems with what should be like normal or acceptable muscle pain, rolling out pain, etc. from hitting those trigger points. So after I roll it out, I'll take another like 5 minutes or so, and I'm just going to roll it out. I might do a little bit of like self-massage, just something to loosen it up, because what tends to be the case with shin splints is it's a lot of that shock translating up the bone, which is the bone we can't do a whole lot with, but if it's the muscle, we absolutely can address it through a lacrosse ball and some of this soft tissue therapy. It's Coach with Lift Fitness, BlueSpringsPersonalTraining.com.